Today's guest on Blind Squirrel Talk, Famous in a Small Town, is Brittany Brooks. Born and raised in Mayville, Georgia, Brittany shares her personal experiences of growing up in a small town. Her family has been here for many generations, and her stories are loving and authentic. You will learn about the many ways she has given back to a town that has given so much to us all. We are so excited for you to meet Brittany Brooks.
Also, don't forget to find us on Facebook and Instagram at Blind Squirrel Talk and on X at Blind Squirrel PC. If you enjoy the show, please remember to leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Plus, if you write us a review there or leave us a comment on Spotify or YouTube, we'll read it out on a future episode of the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk. And we're doing a series in Famous in a Small Town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim, and we've got Brittany. Brittany is probably the only person I know besides Jerry Parr that's lived here your entire life.
Forever. There you go. You and Jerry
Parr.
Parr.
Yay.
There you go. That is true. That is true.
Yeah, 37, almost 38 years.
38 years. Yeah.
One thing I want to touch on is your father's family are the ones originally who started the community club here, correct?
Yes, 58 years ago now. It'll be this year if it keeps going.
58
hopefully.
years.
Yeah.
We had a committee meeting.
We did.
I know. I'm excited. We had a track meet, so I can attend.
Well, you have to help us as we progress
will.
closer. Yes.
Because I cry every day. I really do. I get calls, y'all, all the time.
For the
Yes, like 2 or 3 a day.
well, forward them.
I've been telling Amy, and I've been just talking. I was just picking up the phone. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm like, because it's a part of me, like my entire life. This is what we did, you know? Like, I wanted my kids to kind of have those childhood memories I did. So I was kind of.
Were you in the pageants?
Yeah, a couple times.
Did you
We
win?
want to start it back.
I mean, I tried to do the same.
What happened?
I really don't know.
I think if we did it the
a
weekend
lot of work.
before at the amphitheater, it would be cool. We'd have
Right.
a lot of seating.
And then I started, after I wasn't in them, I helped at the school, and then I made sashes for them.
Aw.
So it's always been a part of our lives. Like, and I told Dad, I was like, we can't stop now.
Well, we need you because we are winging it. I mean,
That's all we did, y'all know. So
Well, maybe if
can do
we
it
have
together.
2 people winging it at the same time,
We'll be able to fly.
We'll be twice as good.
We have all of the stuff that we didn't have to start with. So we'll have all the applications from 3 years ago.
Right.
every one of them.
Right.
So yeah, y'all just made me a little excited.
Oh. What's your fondest memory of the festivals? Like, what year kind of stands out to you? Or what a funny event, or what crazy event? Or what are some things that stand out about
Oh my,
past
there's
festivals?
so many things, y'all. Like literally, like the chicken queues the church would put on. The womanless fashion shows were always so fun.
Tell us about those. I don't know if I've heard.
You know, there was just the local men around town dressing up like girls, and they would stuff their bras and they'd get
Oh,
on
my
stage.
goodness.
No, it was fun though.
Do you have
Back to-
pictures?
I do.
Oh, perhaps you could get us some pictures
I
we can
have
include
them.
in this
I will
segment.
definitely, y'all.
That'll
It'd
be
be so much
good.
fun. Yeah. It's just fun memories that I grew up on, you know. Just trying to bring it all back. But yeah, and then my grandfather did the chicken queue with the fire department. They would have the little food trucks, you know.
And they did
That
that
was-
down there by the pavilion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They always sold Cokes, hamburger. It was just like that's where we were at. My mama did not like to come, so we would stay up all weekend with Daddy. It was fun.
Oh.
Why didn't your mom want to come?
It's just she just one day of it she was fine,
Okay, gotcha.
but Daddy was like sun up till sundown, still like he is now.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just been a part of our lives.
Well, tell us about your children and where they go to school. Do you like the school system around here?
I do actually. My oldest is graduating high school this year. in,
How
like,
can that be?
32 days. I'm old. Okay, and then they go to East Jackson, and then my middle one keeps me busy, running cross country track all the time. And then Tucker, I have a 5-year-old who goes to Mayville.
Do you like it?
I do like it.
And it's so close. It's
Do
just
it.
such a.
I mean, we could walk there if we had to.
If we had sidewalks.
yes.
Which I don't live in the city limits, so they'll have to stop. But yeah, no, I love it. I went to school there. My grandparents went to school there. My parents. So it's like a part of us, you know.
Are there any teachers that are still there that were there when you were there?
Oh yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yes.
Does he have teachers you had?
No.
No. Okay.
Will
They're-
he?
No.
No.
the boys did. My older ones did. But then, there's a lunch lady there that we love to death. She's there when I was in school.
Oh.
My boys were there, and now Tucker's there too. And she says she can't until Tucker at least gets halfway there. I'm like, come on, please. You got to stick with me.
You got to see it to the end.
Yes, y'all. It's just like family, and I love that.
Everybody loves the lunch
And we
lady.
don't have a red light in this town, and I still love it.
So no red lights here, right?
No, we don't need them.
Yeah.
We do need stop signs, though.
We need more that people don't run over all the time.
Yeah, then there's that.
Yeah.
Probably more stop signs.
So was it by default that you became the president of the community club?
I put my name on a clipboard, and I got voted in. Welcome to the community club president.
At that time, did you have more volunteers? I'm just curious. Was it always just you, your dad, and your sister? And
No, back
Tiffany?
then we probably had about 9 or 10.
Oh.
We had a big setup. We were always just doing it. I mean, we pretty much just lost money, but it was fun because just to be there and like our childhood memories all over again. So they're like, hey, if you want to see these things come to yours, right when COVID hit, so I put my name on that clipboard, and then they're like, hey, come to our next meeting. So I did, and then the next meeting. So my first year, I volunteered to just help. So I'm researching, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and so I get voted in. Then we were moving. My family was moving. It was crazy that summer.
So you learned by immersion.
Yeah, and we literally had nothing to go off of.
I don't think people realize how much time, time is involved in running that.
Right.
It's being dedicated.
Right.
It's what you do for your community.
Exactly. And that's all it is. It's not much. It's just a couple hours here and there, sometimes more. I can look back and say, oh, we put this festival on 6 months with 3 people for 10,000 people. Look what we did, And it just made us proud. But it was memories. I felt like my grandparents were still with me.
Yeah.
So that was really, a big part of it too. Yeah.
Well, tell us. We've been doing a little bit of talking with folks about our little area. What would you like to see be better or different in Maysville?
Where do I start?
Well, go for it.
I
Start
know
anywhere.
times have changed and we can't always live in the past, but
Well, if let's just say Maysville won the lottery and they had all this money, could do whatever they want, what would be the one thing you would pick to do? Mine would be sidewalks. I keep mentioning sidewalks. That's my main
I
thing.
like sidewalks and I like stuff. The park is really nice, so they've come a long ways, especially since we were kids. We walked down Sim Street and, my papa said, don't, y'all just stay where I can see y'all, but y'all were good. So, we didn't have stuff like that. We just walked around town, which we could. But I want to just stop and tell y'all something. So I was probably like elementary school. My daddy had this 2-door Ranger, like we could fit 2 people in it, but we were 4 deep in this thing, y'all. So right there in front of those old buildings, there was like all these pews, there a bunch of old men used to sit there every morning.
Aww.
We had a water gun, and my daddy pulled it out and shot all those. Y'all, it was I will never. I was probably 2nd or 3rd grade. So.
Did he know him?
Oh yeah. And I think they're still alive, maybe. I'm not sure. But y'all, I will never, ever forget that. I remember everything. And it was just those little memories that we grew up on that I want my kids, my grandkids.
That
hopefully,
innocent fun.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no drama. There's no trouble. It was just fun.
Fun,
He said, give me that water gun. He just squirted them as we drove down the road. It was innocent fun, like you said. But the park, I love it. And Tucker loves it. We went over there the other day, and he wore me out racing me. But just different stuff like kids can do, even a gym or something, an open gym, or I don't know, y'all. It could be so much in this town.
I feel
I
like
don't know where to start though.
we do need some sort of community center, not
Right.
necessarily the little building, but a large building where maybe you could shoot hoops, maybe you could have gatherings, maybe you could, I don't know.
Okay, so y'all, I've always had these ideas in my head. So I had this idea about opening up something. It's called a place where everybody could go to. There's kids out there that.
Bad boys.
Oh, my word, that's my kid. Y'all, okay, so like kids that get pregnant and their parents kick them out, but then they have no hope, or they can go get their diploma, or we can help them to fill out applications, or there's people that they are on drugs and they get better, but their parents won't let them back, and stuff like. There's so many people out there that can be something and have so much more.
That need a second chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you can learn how to write. Nobody knows how to write checks anymore. Nobody's had, applications or resumes or
Right.
anything. So I've always wanted like literally a place where everybody can go to no matter what your struggle is. Or if you want to just come shoot some hoops or play bingo with your grandma, or something for everybody. I mean, I think it could go far. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but.
No, but that would be good. I mean, because you see the need in Maysville. You really
You do.
And
There's
there's
a
so
genuine
many people
need.
out here struggling. And their parents didn't, or less fortunate, let's just say. And, they want to become something or have more, but they don't know how to, let's help them.
Almost like a resource center.
Yes. I don't know. I have all these ideas.
Aw.
But,
And a lot of those could be achieved with grants. Again,
They
we're
could.
circling back
Right.
around to
They could.
grants that we need to get.
I'd love to get a grant.
I mean, I just want to help everybody. And,
Well, we need to bring it back to its former glory and really kick some booty.
I have all of my grandmother never threw anything away, y'all. Never. She has the first Jackson Herald. Now my dad does. That they ever like literally everything. So we have so much history on the town, and like my grandfather started building the old church before it was brick, and we have all that stuff too. It's just so much history that.
The Maysville Church?
Oh yeah, the old
Really?
Maysville, which used to be white.
When
too.
was
Where
it?
was
When
it?
was the new building built? Do you know? About 20 years ago?
Oh, the one with
No.
Spur?
Oh yeah, because Hayden's 19. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all. Oh my, thanks, Kim.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so he was literally like just born when they, yeah.
The white church down here, were you around when it was a church? Or has it always just been something else?
That was,
No, it was a church.
was
Yeah,
it a
always.
Methodist church?
It was a Methodist church.
Okay.
So, okay, y'all, my grandfather, if I'm not mistaken, was a Baptist, and my grandmother was a Methodist. And they were like, well, I'm not going to church with you. I'm not going to church with you. Well, they ended up going to church with each other. But they were the sweetest couple ever. It was, but yeah, so I'm pretty sure my grandmother was a Methodist, and my papa was a Baptist.
Where did they end up going?
Oh, they met at church here and there.
So they went to both.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, they were going there, and then so my grandfather was 7 years older than my grandma. So, but her parents did not want her to date or marry until she got finished with school. So they sent her off to school, and until she finished, she could not come home and see him. But they wrote letters back and forth.
Oh my
I
God.
have
What a
them.
love
I
story.
had
got the
all
letters?
of them. Yeah.
got the
Oh
letters?
yes.
You could turn that into a movie.
A book.
Y'all,
No,
we could
turn
write
to
a
book.
lifetime. No, for real. I have every one of them. They
Oh,
were
wow.
the sweetest. And like she would go watch him. He was a basketball coach. She'd go watch him. He was dating this other girl from Mayville. And she said I would sit behind him and throw popcorn, and then I'd turn around like it wasn't me. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, stuff like I would do as a kid, like, but it was just so fun to sit there and read all that and thinking, 30, 40 years ago, how times are really not that different in a certain way,
That's how The Notebook came to be. The movie The Notebook, it was a diary. And the great-grandson turned it into a book, which became a movie,
Wow.
which I thought that was a great movie.
Y'all, we can write lots of movies then.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Oh, yes. I've been starting to keep a journal.
Mysteries, thrillers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so did you ever see where the movie theater used to be? Do you remember
So
that?
the movie theater, the movie store.
No, theater.
Okay,
The one at
no.
the end.
No, I
It
did
already
not.
fallen down.
That's
Yeah.
a little before my time.
Okay.
The police department was over here on the side of the community club.
I didn't know that. Did
y'all
you?
know that?
No.
What?
Yeah, I always thought it was only here
knew-
and then here.
No. Okay, so right there where there's that chain link fences
Yes.
or whatever, right there, that building that used to keep the chairs and stuff,
Right?
that was the police department.
I had no idea.
Or the jail.
The jail.
The jail. They had like a
Oh.
one-room Barney Fife kind of thing, back then. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got lots of pictures and stuff. It's really neat, y'all.
Okay, so the green leaning over building, it was moved there, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because what I've heard and what I've seen pictures, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
And it was just like a gravel dirt. Everything was dirt back then, so.
So where they built the restrooms now was just parking, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
Never was a building.
Nope.
So tell me, since I'm the newest person here, what did we have as far as business? Obviously, a movie store where you could rent.
VHSs.
Yeah.
Yes. But y'all, that was what I love to go do on the
Be
weekend.
kind, rewind.
Definitely, y'all. It
I
was
think
right
you got
here.
charged 50 cents if you didn't
You
rewind.
did.
Oh, yes. Or you didn't get to go rent another one the next time, But it was fun, stuff like that. There was nothing to do here growing up.
Did you like that?
I did love it.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up on a chicken farm. I loved it. Like, when we moved 5 minutes down the road, maybe not even that far. When I was like in fourth grade, we hated it for a long time because we grew up on 10 acres. We grew up on a farm. We had chickens, we had cows, we had, we made the best of, like, we would sit on top of this is crazy, but we would sit on top of like the pig's pen thing and pretend we were at the movies, and we would just watch. But I mean, we had imaginations and stuff, which is crazy. So when we moved to off the dirt road, which was literally 2 minutes down the road.
Is that the house your folks are in?
Yes. So literally, they lived here. It's a circle my whole life.
Aww.
So from Wheeler Road to the cemetery road.
Do you remember the golf course on Carson Seegers Road?
I do not. That's Banks County.
Oh, that's I'm sorry, Banks County.
I don't know. No, I do not.
You're Jackson
I
County
do
girl.
not. No. I mean, because we literally walked around. We were at Fuller's. We did. But it was innocent and fun. You can't do none of that.
What will your son who's graduating do? Is he planning to work, go to college?
He works all the time now. And I tell him, enjoy life. You have the rest of your life to work. But he works his butt off, y'all.
What's he doing?
So he works at Tractor Supply, and he goes to school all the time. But he hauls cows. He does whatever, y'all. He just doesn't slow down.
I'm impressed.
He took off the whole week of spring break and didn't.
Good for him.
Take off. No,
Good
he did
for
not.
him.
He did not.
He did not?
He worked around the house cutting grass,
Oh, yeah.
little stuff. And I'm like, dude, enjoy your last spring break.
Will he stay living at home?
He says he wants to move to far, far away, but if
Oh,
I have anything to do with it, he won't.
He's not going to do that.
No,
He'll miss his brothers and his mama.
Well, my daddy, they're like, no, he's not going anywhere.
You have the most wonderful father. Honestly, there are times I'm around him and I'm like, I wish you were my father.
So a lot of times it's been embarrassing because he's so funny. Him and Mama will like chase each other around the house, or she used to be addicted to Diet Cokes really bad, like 6 to 7 a day. And so he would drink them and then put water in it and set it right back down. But she wouldn't tell her. So, yeah, I mean, it's just been fun growing up with him. I'm like literally growing up with him.
You grew up and he didn't.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's still fun. Like, I got my first tattoo. He hated it,
You told him?
Kind of, sort of. He saw it later. So he put a Spider-Man one on his and said, look, y'all, I'm cool like y'all. I mean, I was like 22, 23.
So he got a tattoo?
No, just a Spider-Man one, just like one of those press-on
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Just to be funny. No.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff he would do.
I
did too.
No.
Wow.
It was just,
And he grew up here.
oh, yeah.
I mean, like, and his daddy grew up here. And how far?
So
how
when
many-
he was here, he probably went to Commerce High School,
He
right?
did, he did.
Okay.
But he went to Mayville through the 8th grade back then,
Yeah.
But y'all, so my oldest ones were in elementary school, and they would go to my grandparents, which is his parents, once a week after school. And my daddy came home and was like, why would you tell them I used to leave school, blah, 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 and get sent home by the... Like, he would literally run away from school, and the police would bring him right back. But my grandmother told my kids that and thought it was funny.
Right.
My dad, I got chewed out. I was like, hold up, Daddy. Your mom told them that. But, he didn't like school. But back then, I guess it was okay to run away and for a parano to bring you back or whatever, But just those memories and stuff like that, I'm like, I miss it every day.
Oh.
No. Well, we'd like to keep Maysville sweet.
Well, it's really neat to be able to find some, because we're newbies, really.
We
We will never be from here.
No.
But it's really neat to find somebody like you who's been here, whose family has been here, who can see it through different eyes, and it's just so fun it's just so fun
my
to be around you and listen to your experiences, and
y'all.
and thank you for all the work you do.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, people
yes.
have
I'm a
people have no
spot
idea the
ladies.
hours that you put in, the
But I
sleepless
miss it.
nights,
I
and
definitely
and
sleepless
and, and that you did for the community club, and it doesn't go
And your
unappreciated.
dad, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Well,
was
I
out
told
there
him.
just as much as you girls.
And I said, Daddy, we need this. He's like, okay, let's make a list. And our list was like, front and
10
back.
pages.
Oh, yes, y'all. But it was like, we got to have this, we got to have this. And God forbid if we didn't have one thing, He would run all over the world to get it for us.
Oh, that's your daddy.
He
That is so
would.
your daddy.
I mean, we're up there changing light bulbs. And he's almost 70 years old, y'all. Changing every light bulb in the park and going to get them, But it was just like a part of us. Like, his grandparents were mayors back then, and like they had stores, and just
Okay.
We can't let it die out.
So don't let it die.
No,
So everybody,
let's
put it
keep
on
it-
your calendars right now. Got to come to the Autumn Leaf Festival. It's going to
October
be the
4th through the 6th. We're
4th,
going to
5th,
extend
and
it through
6th.
Sunday
3 days,
this year.
3
All right.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. No, you're going to help us.
I mean,
and
I
your
will.
daddy too.
We're looking for vendors,
Daddy, watch out, they coming for you.
musicians,
Yeah, we are.
and folks to just come and have a good time.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We have a street dance on Saturday night, and
Ooh, that's where all the people
So be
come out of the woodwork.
checking the website. What's the website where they can get more information?
you can get information on Facebook, which is City of Maysville Government, or the DDA Facebook, which is Maysville, Georgia DDA. And we do have Instagram as well. Wow, we're here in this
Oh my
here and
goodness.
now.
We're going to be famous in
Yeah.
a small town.
Yes, we
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We can't wait to see you next time. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Brittany.
Love you, God. I love you.
Yay. Love you too.